Hey guys, this is Hope Said It. I'm in the bathroom, so you already know it's gonna be a hair video today. So this week on my blog, hopesaidit.com, I was talking about postpartum shedding. And it really is a humbling experience. For those of you who don't know, basically postpartum shedding is the hair that comes out after you have a baby. So when you're pregnant, I guess your hair growth is, well, the hair shedding is kind of lagged. It doesn't really shed as much. And then all of that and then some comes out a few months after you have the baby. So some have it in different ways. Like I know some people who, you know, their hair, they have bald spots because of it. Some just have excessive shedding, so no bald spots, but your hair just comes out a lot. And then you have people like me who lose their edges. This is my third time having it, and it really didn't affect the bulk of my hair, but my gosh, when I tell you that the edges just go, it just up and packs and doesn't even give you a warning. You will literally wake up and be like, oh, bye edges, like what? Oh, it's rude, can't even leave me a note. That's really what postpartum shedding is. So that's why it's kind of, devastating is a little stronger word, but it really is kind of alarming because you don't have edges, you know? And it's of no fault of your own, it's just nature of the beast. It does come back in time, but you know, it's a beast to wait those several months to get them back. So basically when I was pregnant, my hair was very thick, very thick. Well, my edges were very thick at least. I mean, I looked like a dang chimp. From edges to the ends were all full. And then maybe when my son was 2 or 3, I realized, oh no. And I don't know, you just do this and it just kept on coming out. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, it's supposed to happen. It's postpartum shedding, but you know, you blink and then you end up bald. And I'm not talking about, oh, you have less hair. I'm talking about smooth bald, like smooth bald. You're looking and you have no hair for your sides and you're like, oh, okay, no, that's cool. I'll just hide for these couple months. What? We want me to do a comb over or something? So I guess I can show y'all it. Ooh, here's the bulk of my hair. And that's fine. I probably need to comb this eventually, but you know, don't worry about me. Do y'all see this? It's like I need to comb my hair, but also I am, just a side note, this is my silk press from like a month ago or something, I forget. But you see how it's kind of faring? It is still kind of straight, but ooh, it's coming back, huh? Y'all see this? So the root is kind of like getting, you know, back to kinky. And the edges are still kind of smooth. So I look like I have like a horribly blended weave in my hair. So what you gonna do? But this video is about my edges. Do you guys? Okay, so before I show you, I'm trying to make excuses for myself before I really reveal it. But I kind of have to do a comb over effect, okay? Because guys, when I talk bald, I'm talking about like bald, no edges. So that's what I had. So I kind of have to comb it over, fill it in, fluff it up until further notice. But it's coming back slowly but surely. So let me show it to y'all. Y'all, like, bear with me now. You're not showing your little bald edges. I'm showing mine. So hold up, hold up. Okay, y'all see that? See? And it was worse. Like, y'all, I'm showing you that. I didn't show it to you when it first happened. Now, I'm not that brave yet. But just imagine where you see little hairs. Nothing was there, okay? Nothing. And it's still kind of far back. It's not the best. This ain't good at all. Like, what? And then, like, I'm combing it down. I don't know. I think I have kind of a natural widow's peak or something because my hairline isn't necessarily all even anyway. It does kind of go back. So if you see when I don't put it down, you can kind of see how it is. Y'all see it? Kind of how it is without me trying to give myself a little baby hair. Lord, oh my goodness. So yeah, this is it, and then just imagine all this fuzzy was just not even there. Isn't that crazy? And then what I do is kind of like act like I'm doing something with my life, and you know, just take little pieces from up top and kind of make it seem like all is well. And I mean, I'm sure gel would help y'all. I'm sure you're like, get your little kinky sides out my screen. Listen, I don't smooth down my edges. My hair doesn't like that. I just don't believe in that. I don't want white flakes in my hair. Even if it's not white flakes, I don't need it stiff and this and that and laid to the side. I'm natural for a reason. I want it all wild and hanging out. So that includes my edges, and it comes with the territory. Stop hating and judging me, okay? So those are my edges. I just messed it up for this video, so I don't even know how to get it back right. Guess I should put it back in a ponytail. Okay, this is gonna have to do. So those are my edges. You know, it is what it is. It's part of the process. It will come back, but sometimes it takes a while. Cause like I said, I think it started happening when my son was like 2 or 3 months, and he's almost 11 months, and I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So it just depends on your hormone levels and everything like that. As for what to do, that's kind of hard depending on what your postpartum shedding is. Like I said, if you have a bald spot or something, or just listen, fake it until you make it. There is no shame in combing it over, hiding it a little, just like my edges. Oh yes, oh we're taking some from the back and bringing it forward. You hear me? Like a lace front, just bring it forward. And then what I do to treat it, and mind you, fair warning, I have never done this for my first or second pregnancy, because this is the first time I even tried to speed it up. Because in my other pregnancies, I noticed, but then you're taking care of a newborn, so you're just like, who cares? And by the time you kind of try to get back to you, the edges are kind of back. Not this time though. For some reason, I'm just more cognizant of the fact that my edges are a straight hot mess. So here's what I'm doing. So I have an oil. It's called Her Growing Hands Healthy Hair Elixir. It's by Whitney Edie, but she probably rebranded. I think she just rebranded because she has a launch of a new hair care line. But if you Google it, Her Growing Hands Hair Elixir, you can still order it. So, I mean, it has a lot of essential oils in it, and that's really why I got it. I know the oils. I'm not a hair nerd like that, but I know, like, oh, I use avocado, I use argan oil, I use, you know, XYZ on my hair. And it has all good product. Like, I'm acting like I never saw the ingredients before. But yeah, it's all good, all formulated. It makes your hair feel nice. You can use this on the strands of your hair, but what I do, and you can use, like, if you don't like this oil or get this oil, get some kind of hair oil that has, you know, some hair stimulation, like, you know, some peppermint oil effect, just something to kind of wake up your hair follicles, right? So what I do is I just take it. It comes in an eyedropper, so I just take it and kind of drop it directly at the edge part. And like I said, does it work? Listen, it makes me feel better. So, and you can see, I was straight bald where these little fuzzies were, so I think it really does. Your hair probably would have grown back anyways, but this probably speeds along the process. So I'm just putting it on, and you can put it on the strands, but I just focus on my scalp for the most part. Gotta put a little here, show the bulk of my hair some love too. Get the back. And you don't have to put a lot. I know it looks like I'm putting a lot, but like it's not, because I'm not even, like, every time I'm dabbing in, it doesn't go all the way to the top. It's going just a couple centimeters in. Okay. So, you know, just put it in your hair, make it feel nice, but then you're gonna massage it in, right? I just massage it in, and I do this every night just to get it back. I mean, listen, I just need more fuzzies, okay? And they'll come back, but like when I tell you, y'all, I was completely bald. You hear me? Like now, I'm almost 11 months postpartum. When I was 5 months postpartum, this thing was bald, okay? So it's, you know, slowly but surely coming back. And don't scratch your hair with it. Don't scratch your hair. What you want to do is massage it with the balls of your, is that what you call it? Either way, flat fingers. You don't want to, that's too much. You're going to create cuts in your scalp, and that's not healthy. So just go in, and remember, I put some in the rest of my hair, so I'm just kind of, I don't really care about this part though. I'm trying to get my edges back. Nobody care about all this. But you see, oh, now I got a greasy head, but it's okay. I do it at night. and then, you know, put my scarf on, wash my face, all that other stuff. Just do your part and make sure that you're not putting too much friction on it. Make sure that you don't have hairstyles that are pulling your edges all back and stuff like that. So do what you have to do. It will come back. Just like, you know, with anything, with time, it's gonna get back. Your hormones just have to get balanced again. Now, is it fair? Absolutely not. Like, postpartum shedding is probably the worst thing. Well, there are plenty other things worse in pregnancy than probably postpartum shedding, but I'm just saying it's one of those things where again, I just did this video because I know a lot of people were like, yeah, me too, and oh yeah, my edges fell out too. I don't know if it's a cultural thing. I have never heard a non-African American person say, hey, my edges fell out, you know? It's only African Americans who are like, yes, my edges fell out. Everybody else, the only other, maybe if you were another race, you had like excessive shedding or that bald spot I was talking about, but I don't know. Us melanin rich people just, edges gone. Why is that? But hopefully that helps somebody. It will come back. I know it's tragic. It's difficult when you're going through it. I'm still going through it, but I do want to encourage y'all and just let y'all know it's fine. It will be better. Yes, the whole perimeter of my edges suffered, and it will get back, and I'll just continue on the journey. Hopefully by this summer it'll be back to 100% normal, and then we'll get to it. Okay, some of the questions I received though, let me answer some of those. After the blog post, someone asked, did I notice it coming out one by one, or did it all fall out at once? It felt like it fell out at once, if that makes sense. I didn't necessarily see it and say, oh, it's thinning, and then see it again and see it was bald. I remember looking in the mirror and saying, hold on, what happened? You know, I don't know. It was very weird. It was very weird. I don't know if I didn't pay attention till it was all gone, but it felt like it was immediate to me. Another question I received was, you know, what kind of hairstyles you can do in the interim while you're trying to get over your postpartum shedding. Listen, styles that hide, okay? Or you can flaunt it if you want it, but I mean, you know, I was bold today. I pulled my hair back like a dummy. I put it all the way back, and I was like, hold up, you know. I make sure to kind of comb it down a little on the sides, but for the most part, even if I have it down, I usually at least try to part it, and then you see how you cover right there? You can do that. If your postpartum stuff is in the back of your head, I think you're good. But you know, if it's in the front, just try to cover it somehow. And the most common question I got was, how long does postpartum shedding last? A good couple of months, at least for me. I think a good 6 months is what you should give yourself. For me, it's a little bit longer, but I'm also still kind of nursing, so I think that has to do with it too. This is the longest I have nursed. So I think, like I said, once your hormones get back to normal, then a couple months after that, then your hair will get back to it. But that's just what I experienced. I hope I was able to help somebody in this trying time, because it's not fun. It really is not fun, especially, you know, after you have a kid, you already probably feel bad about your body and your face and now your hair because you're bald. Just gets better and better with motherhood, doesn't it? But guys, check out HopeSetIt.com. Oh, I'm scratching my head. Hold up. let me do this proper like. But guys, check out HopeSetIt.com. There are other hair topics on there. Marriage, motherhood, hair, life. So I post a thing every week. Tuesday is the blog post. Friday is the video. Follow me at HopeSetIt on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you need to email me for any reason at all, it is hopesetit@gmail.com. I think that's all for now, so I will talk to you later, guys. Bye. You have a gray hair? My hair look blue?